Does Amir know he's live, ladies and
Oh
gentlemen,
God,
or is he just sitting there looking pretty?
just sitting there. What's going on? Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of Crypto Junkies, man. And it's great to be back. And today we're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna talk about the space. We're gonna talk about what's happening right now. There's a lot happening, man. There's a lot happening. We've been having a lot of news recently coming out, uh, especially from the man himself, Elon Musk, about Grock. But yeah, nah, seriously. Um, we're just waiting for Rye right now, right, to come.
I'm here
There
already.
we go. Oh,
I was just
there he
waiting for my
is.
screen to pop up. I
Yeah,
don't
man.
know what was happening. But I was just going to say that intro is absolutely insane for Crypto Junkies. So welcome to the second episode of Crypto Junkies. Thank you for everyone that jumped into the last stream. I think we had over 86 viewers last time. So hopefully we can
Amazing.
get those numbers back up again. Amir, how are you feeling? Like, you messaged me literally like 30 minutes ago and you was like, are you ready to speak to the future?
Bro,
Like,
that's what I said to Ryan. I said to Ryan, let's go flipping hard, bro. All right, something like in those sense. And I said, bro, the next generation is gonna be listening to us right now in the next 20, 30 years, bro. So let's talk to the future, bro. Not a lot of people have that privilege, to be able to do something like that. So, bro, we're on fire right now. I'm on fire right now, honestly, like I'm ready to go, honestly.
yeah,
but yeah,
I love
bro.
that.
Oh my
there
god.
we go. We've got Elon
God.
Musk dumping on the
Elon Musk.
Facebook's
This guy
co-founder.
loves this meme,
Yeah.
He loves this meme. I don't know, he keeps posting it. I think this guy has an admin that keeps posting the same thing all over again. He recycles things. But yeah.
But it's quite interesting, actually. Like, Elon Musk is now starting to introduce AI into Tesla. I'm not sure if everyone's seen that in the past couple hours, but recently he's putting in 10 billion in investment into Tesla, and a lot of people are speculating that Grock will be potentially in the Tesla vehicles as well. And Elon Musk posted one of the Grock memes from the community, which is, that was one of the things that we saw and was like, wow, okay, 50 million views. Surely it's going to pump the price up, right?
Binance is coming for this, baby. Well, yeah. It's got potential, man. That's all I can say. No financial advice, but for me, this has the potential to do something from where it is right now because it's so undervalued right now. If you go to, can you see my screen, guys?
We can.
Let me just type in Grock on the coin market cap. Let's have a look at the specifications of the token. Where's the search gone? Oh my god.
I guess with one thing, Grock is trying to come into a market where there's so many meme coins and there's minimal utility. So if the team are able to create utility for Grock coin alongside the people in the TG, I think there's potential that we may be able to see Grock hit those levels that I don't want to say SHIB levels, but maybe where Pepe hit, and that's towards the 5 billion mark. Recently, it just went back to 100 million market cap. And a lot of the people in our group chats were quite excited because a majority of them actually hit Grock quite early when I called it at 1 million market cap. And
right here. That's where Ryan called it. Right here.
We can't see it on the screen. We're gonna have to ask the presenter.
Oh, God.
We can't. We gotta get that on the screen. But
yes.
Yeah,
okay. Never mind.
As soon as that goes on the screen, we'll be able to see the entry points. But it is one of those things that I think maybe can be pushed for the future. Like I said, with Tesla incorporating Grock into the systems, like when you're driving and it's autonomous, you'll be speaking to an operator and it more than likely will be Grock. So that's, for me, I think maybe for the future, that is something that you kind of want to be looking at, maybe having as a side for one of your meme play bags. But we've been hitting a few memes in the Discord this week. We did hit a 10x as well. If I can just share my screen quickly, I'll just show what we've got in our Discord so far. Let me know when you can see that screen, Amir.
Yeah, we can see it.
Perfect. So what we saw recently was we saw a play where a lot of people were starting to realize that they could change the smart contract to reflect numbers. So there was an Elon play where Elon Musk had a coin, and it was a meme coin, and they used the OX69, in fact, and 69 is Elon Musk's favorite number. So we saw Elon Musk coin go from I saw it at around 1 million market cap, and it went all the way to 20 mil market. I think it's
Crazy.
sitting at around 4 mil market cap right now.
Mm.
But one thing that I did see was right here, which we hit a 10x on Trump. So this was the OX 2024 and 47 for the 47th president. I love crypto, Amir. There's so many things that you can see in the market where you can pick certain things with memes. And OX 2024 was 2024 for Trump's campaign. And most people, they saw that and they were like, okay, we're jumping on this. As soon as I jumped in, it was around like 100K market cap. We hit 2x straight away. It was quite quick, actually. And then it ran all the way to 900K market cap, which was around 9x. And we were able to take some profits on those. So, you know, in the Discord, we are hitting the 10x's. We are hitting 1,000% within one day. And Amir, where else do you see 1,000% in markets?
Bro, it's ridiculous, man, what we're seeing right now. And I can't imagine what it's going to be once the real volume comes into the market, man. Like, and everyone starts getting involved, all the retail coming in, all the retail getting attracted to all that money that's coming in, because all your friends are going to be talking about crypto at that point. They're going to be like, dude, you're not in crypto. You got to come, man. There's money to be made. But, yeah, seriously. Like, but yeah, man, that's crazy, man. Like, those gains, you don't get them in the stock market either.
You don't.
The stock market hardly gives you like 1%, 2% a year, 3% a year, you know. Whatever.
You don't, and that's what you got to realize with some of these coins. As soon as we enter into a period where Ethereum starts to decouple away from Bitcoin, I think from the ETH BTC dominance, I think we've seen Ethereum pull its weight a bit more now. I think Ethereum starting to close the gap between ETH and BTC. So we started seeing some of the meme coins rise on the ETH marketplace, and a lot of coins have done 10x. That I've seen recently from launch, and we've been able to hit 10x straight away. So yeah, we will hit another 10x within the week. You just got to keep your eyes peeled onto the Discord. When I post something, keep your eyes peeled. You may miss it, but it's part of the game. You do miss some of these coins as well. So there's always an opportunity for another one. And with meme coins as well, as I always said, you don't want to be using a majority of your capital with these plays. You want to use maybe like 5% of your capital within your crypto bag, maybe like $100, $200 a play. I don't jump into crypto using that many tries, but you know, you have to kind of get your resources right. So this was the Elon coin. I don't know if you can see the chart properly. It might need me to go in full screen mode, but yeah, literally on the 24th, it ran straight away to 30 mil market cap. And yeah, it's quite insane to see all of those gains happen just based on, you know, meme plays being associated with a contract number. Like it was OX69. I mean, like 69 is just, it's a weird number, but yeah, Elon loves it. But like we said before, with these plays, you want to take profits because we've seen, you know, if there's one holder that has a majority of it and was able to snipe it at the bottom, they can literally rug the whole chart. And this lasted probably a day and a half. And now it's back at 4 mil market cap. So yeah,
you know, with these coins here, what I really sorry to butt in, bro. You know, with these coins, what I've realized is, yeah, can you go back to
sure.
full screen again? You know, the launch is very aggressive on these, you know, and they usually go for 2 legs, right? For example, this one, they go for 2 legs. Trump did the same as well, right? He went for another leg.
It did, yeah, right? It did. Yeah. The Trump chart was ridiculous. I'll get that one up as well.
Show that as well, man. That'll be...
Yeah, let's get that one up. Look at this. First
similar.
Leg, boom. Then he went for another leg and then died.
Similar, very similar.
Yeah, you have
to be a market behavior, human behavior. You know, it's very similar in this.
It is. I agree, Amir, because what I saw with this coin is when I jumped in at 100K market cap, it went straight to, you know, the $1 million mark. It went straight to the to the $1 million market cap, and then it went straight back down, back to around, I think that was around 200K market cap, and then it shot back up. Someone put in a huge buy. And then it went straight up again. And a lot of people
Trump
did not buy this coin. I mean, do not endorse that. Trump did not buy this coin. But this was one of the places where I started to take my profits. Instead of like DCA in, you want to DCA out, where you may take like 75% of your capital here, and then as it comes back down, just leave it and let it run and see what happens with the other 25%. But I was able to take out everything. I was not letting this run longer than a day. I wasn't doing it.
Wise man.
Yeah,
Wise man.
it's gotta be done. But yeah, no, we've hit so many plays within the Discord. Make sure that you're in the Discord whenever I post, and yeah, just make sure that you've got your notifications on. And if you're in the space, please make sure that you like and retweet, because we want to share this knowledge with as many people as possible. This is Crypto Junkies. It's episode 2. And yeah, I don't know if you want to give a brief rundown on your history within crypto for some of the new people that may be here.
Yeah. I first entered this space by hearing about BTC from a friend, and I started researching about crypto, and I came across an article on Google where it talked about Ripple and XRP. So I was like, okay, I think that was the first coin I had in crypto after BTC. So I was like, okay, where can I buy this coin like right now? I was literally impulse in that moment. I was like, I'll have to get this right now. Like, it's very interesting. I have to see what the experience is like in buying a crypto. And back then, there wasn't a lot of exchanges back then. Okay, everything was just done on dodgy websites. You have to send someone money and trust them to send you the tokens back. So I did one of those. I went through one of those processes where I had to send a website and some money. It was, I don't know, it was $300 to $500. I can't remember at the time. And then after 1 hour, I was surprised they actually sent more tokens. I thought they're gonna scam me. So I was like, all right, that's interesting. And then I bought XRP, guys, literally 2 weeks before. It went from 24 cents to $3 something 2 weeks before it. So I experienced the whole move. I watched my money do like a 10 to 15x like in a month or two, which was something that I've never seen in my whole life. That was crazy. And because I was watching like stock market and stuff, like charts and stuff, but that chart, when it went up aggressive like that, I was going crazy. I was like, whoa, I need to learn more about this space. And me and Ryan, we explored the space together, and we came up with a group called Cryptoverse, and we added our closest friends to that group, right? And ever since then, we've grown in members, and a lot of our friends are there, a lot of our family in there as well, and we met Kana. Kana actually came to our group in Cryptoverse, and we met him there, and it led on to NFA OFC, which is here. Yeah, what do you have to say, man, Ryan? That's what I had to say.
Same thing. Yeah, we just saw Kana pop up right there. He gave us a little shout out there. But yeah, guys, if you are within the the chat and you've got some questions, make sure that you drop your questions in. Good morning, Juan Pabs. We see you in England. That's another guy as well that was in our
day one.
The Supreme as well. Good morning. What's up, guys? But yeah, same thing here. Literally, when I jumped into crypto in 2017, it was one of those things where we saw a lot of things were just like DYOR, where you had to do your own research. The first thing that I bought was Litecoin, and I didn't really make that much money off it. I did make some money on like XRP and some of the other altcoins, and I ran away from the space within a year. Like 2018, I disappeared, like maybe because I was like scared of like failure and losing. I was in university at the time, and when I invested into crypto, it wasn't something that you could just like. It wasn't money to be lost at that age as well. So I think that's one of the learning curves that I had, because looking over the next year and a half, when crypto went through its bear cycle, we saw the returns come back, and we were like, oh, okay, Bitcoin's coming back now. When we first invested in it, it was around like $7,000, and then all of a sudden it's just boom, it's just gone straight to 20K, and then it's gone all the way back down. So for me, I think that's one of the things where you have to realize in this market that there's always going to be rebounds, especially with technology like crypto. And that's one of the things why I jumped back into crypto back in 2021 and 2022, where we started our group chat. And one of the main plays that kind of got that started was Shiba Inu. And, when I invested in Shiba Inu, that was ridiculous. Like I bought that at around, I think it was a 15 million market cap, and then we ran that all the way up to 42 billion market cap, which is it's insane. Like you never see gains like that before. You know, I only invested like $75 and I was able to turn it into around 20 to 30k, and that was like the first time where I was ever in something where I was like, whoa, okay, like this is crazy now. And then the next thing after that is, you know, making sure that we had a group chat where we could, you know, bounce off each other. And that's one of the things myself and Amir, we do in this space. We bounce off each other. Whenever he finds something, he's like, have a look at this. Whenever I find something, I'm like, have a look at this as well. And that's like the fundamentals of having a group chat. And we love that at NFA. We love the culture where so many people can just give you some knowledge that you might not have. And, you know, we can run with it. So group chats are probably the main thesis of why I'm here, why I'm even in crypto. So I'm glad to have everyone in NFA, and I'm able to share whatever plays I've got. And yeah, we're able to hit something, and maybe we'll see a huge giveaway win again, Amir, like when I won my Mutant Ape in that competition.
Well, that was crazy, man.
That was insane. Yeah,
that was a madness. I can't believe that one. That's a madness.
Before went crazy. That was insane. I'd like to see someone in NFA hit a good giveaway. So yeah, that's one of the main things. I'm just going to share one more coin, if I can share my screen, and then Amir, you can take it away from that point onwards.
Let's go.
Let me know when you can see my screen.
I can see it.
Perfect. Okay. Talking about Shiba Inu, when I did hit how many X's ages ago, there was another relaunch of SHIB. This one was SHIB 1, where they aimed to get SHIB into, I think it was $1, where that was around 100 mil market cap. We did enter this around, I think it was around 200k market cap, as you can see from my sniper bot play. As soon as it launched, was able to get 18% within that second. And then 2 minutes later, it was able to go to 204%. I was able to get, I think, 4x on this. So it did run to $1 million market cap. And, you know, I jumped out straight away. With these new launches, you can never trust where they actually go. And then if you can see my screen again, Amir, let me know. Give me a shout.
That's a beautiful shot.
Like you said, Amir, it goes in 2 legs, doesn't it? One leg up, and then it comes down, and then it's a second leg, and then all of a sudden you see this where it's just it doesn't look like it's going to come back. And for me personally, I don't think it's going to come back. There's so many SHIB coins out there and so many derivatives of SHIB. If you get a 4x on something that's a derivative, you want to just take your profits, whether it's, you know, $100 into $400, whether it's $1,000 to $4,000, make sure that you take your profits on those. So yeah.
It seems like all the people that are sniping right now, that was sniping in the bear market, they've become very wiser and wiser, like you did.
Yeah.
So you guys have the same mindset.
Mentality.
You leave all the new ones behind over there, wondering what's going on.
You have to get in and get out so quick. Like that was within a period, like let's say that launched. You know, it launched at about 10 p.m. at night, and then, you know, by 6 a.m. it's reached its all-time high, and then after that it's done. So yeah. Don't sleep on your coins, guys. That's another tactic.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, Amir, do you want to give us a rundown on what you think Bitcoin's doing right now?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, let's. Okay, guys, can you hear me now, right? Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Can you see my chart?
I can see it.
Okay, perfect. So I'm on the weekly time frame on the Bitcoin chart right now, and it's a very, very interesting type of chart that I'm looking at right now. Bitcoin was in the bear market in this region. You know, it was at the bottom of it.
Yeah, sorry, Amir, just to stop you right there. Last time we did have some questions where people said, we can't see the screen, we can't see the chart. Are you able to zoom in and make sure it's a bit bigger for people that may not be able to see it?
Like, it's the best I can do, you know, I'll be honest, bro. Like, right now, it should be seen, you know, it should be all right, you know. Like,
okay, perfect.
Yeah, when I rewatched it, it was fine, to be fair. Like,
okay,
I don't have any problems. So what happened was in the last cycle, in the last bull run, we saw Bitcoin find a high at 60,000. It went for a pullback and it went for a blow off top kind of pattern. Okay, the reason it did that was because banks and institutions, the big people, the bigger institutions with money that run this market, that dictate where the price goes, they push the price up here. They got buyers buying in this area. They got retail buying aggressively in this area. They thought that we're going to go for another run. So they manipulated the market by this move. Okay. And then once those buyers came in, those retail buyers came in, now the banks and institutions had the liquidity to push the market down with aggression. That's what they did here. They grabbed all that liquidity that came into the market, and at that point, they grabbed it and they pushed the market with aggression to the downside, and they broke structure. They broke bullish structure here. Okay, that was a sign that you need to get the hell out. That was the sign right there. It didn't even gave a decent pullback for people to get out their positions. It went straight down. It's a risky asset in crypto at the end of the day, and they didn't give a heck what people thought. They pushed the market again down. They trapped all the people in this area that bought in this area, late. So they had to wait all this time. We had to go through the bottom of the bear market. We had to range, and then at the beginning of 2003, the market started showing demand. Okay, so banks and institutions entered the market back again to push the price back into these levels. So that's what they did here. They pushed the market up. They came for a little pullback. It wasn't even a deep pullback back to where they broke out, which was very interesting. It seems like these guys are in a rush. And then they went for a pullback. They went up for a very, very aggressive run, bro. That run over there was very aggressive. It shows that these guys are not messing about. They want to push crypto into new highs pretty fast, I reckon. Right now, we are in this consolidation phase. We've broken above this high, which was the previous high in the bull run. They broke above it here, and they closed above this area, guys. They closed above it. That means that they want to push price into higher areas. They're interested in those higher areas. They want to push it higher. Okay, and right now, if I go to a lower time frame on Bitcoin, it seems like we're in this type of consolidation. Right now we're in this position. Right now, we're in this consolidation stage. And if I draw a rectangle here, you can see the top of the consolidations to the bottom of the consolidation. Let me change the color of this so it doesn't look the same as the range. I'm going to change it to, I don't know. Let's do golden zone. All right. Now let's do discount area. Sorry. Let's do that. Okay, we're in this consolidation area right now. Okay, and it seems like price is just stable right now. It's very boring. It's very boring price action. It seems like there's no interest right now in crypto, and we're just waiting for some type of move, either to the downside to grab this liquidity here to push price higher, or we could go higher and then come down, or we can go straight up like we did before. That's not really a problem either. They did that before. They pushed the price up straight away without taking a lot of liquidity. So I'm just waiting to see what the next move is going to be. I'm going to put on the volume as well, volume tab, so we can look at the volume of Bitcoin as well. Right now, as I said, there's no volume in the market, man. Literally, it's boring. You see this? There's no volume here. There's no spike in volume. Over here, there was a big spike, which was in this area, which I'm not surprised. But right now, they're not showing any interest. There's no contracts. There's no coins being traded like they did before here. And it's just a waiting game on Bitcoin right now to see which direction they attack. Are they going to go down to attack the area below, or are they going to go straight up? We don't know.
Yeah. Are you able to share some theories on Ethereum? Maybe we've seen a few articles recently that I'll be able to share straight after you've shown the chart.
You want to share yours first?
Yeah, I'll share mine now. So that
share yours first, and then we go to an Ethereum chart after.
Let me know when you can see my screen. That would be perfect. Yeah. Okay. So recently, in the past couple of days, we've seen that regulators are expecting a major blow for the US crypto market. So again, this could be FUD, and this is in line with the Ethereum ETFs that we expected to come in May, actually. So a lot of people now are kind of speculating what's happening with Ethereum. Is Ethereum a security? Is Ethereum a commodity? And no one can kind of dictate what Ethereum actually is. And I feel like the SEC are just playing games at the moment. We saw it before with Bitcoin, where they were like, okay, we want to give an ETF, but we don't know what it is. What is Bitcoin? Is it a commodity? Is it a security? And we saw Gary Gensler go to war that it was a security, even though he predicted that it was going to be deemed a commodity when he was doing like lectures before. But as soon as he got that SEC role, he was like, no, Bitcoin is a security. And eventually, you know, they lost when they went to Congress with that. But with Ethereum, I think with this one, we're going to have to wait it out a little bit. I think this is something that may come towards the latter parts of the year, which kind of like coincides with the crypto market cap, you know, with Bitcoin going where it needs to go and Ethereum following straight after until we reach that hyper extended bull cycle. And what we see normally after halving is we see a period where you know, within that month of halving or before halving, it starts dropping down, and then Bitcoin stabilizes a bit. And then 2 months later or 3 months later, Bitcoin starts to rise again, which I'm sure all of the other coins will start rising with it. So with this one, this is something that you want to be keeping your eye out for with the Ethereum ETFs, because as soon as that happens, you know, people are going to be buying straight away. And then again with Uniswaps as well, like that's another thing that people are looking at. SEC are targeting Uniswap, which is something that, you know, everyone uses for swapping when it comes to a coin, whether it's a meme coin, whether it's something that's just launched. And you know, they want to start clamping down on some of these dexes, which, you know, really and truly, it's a dex for a reason. Like, it's not meant to, you know, be you know, put to Congress or anything like that. This is decentralization. What are they trying to do with the markets? Like, I understand if it was a centralized exchange like they did with Binance and FTX, but I'm quite cautious of what they're doing with DEXs right now in the United States. And you know, I've had a few chats with our lovely friend Mr. NFT, who kind of he predicts that you know, a lot of people will start swapping on dexes in different countries. You know, people might start moving to places like Vietnam and places within Asia where, you know, crypto will be seen as something that is you know, it's meant for the people. It's not meant to be regulated like a security. But I think this is something that we will start seeing crop up in the next few months, where, you know, that we're going to start seeing some regulations try to come in. Maybe it doesn't go through, but it might have an impact on the prices that we see. But Ethereum did bounce back up after this period. We did see it drop off slowly, and then we saw BTC dominance kind of take over a little bit. So Ethereum is starting to bounce back. So I mean, I'll let you take away the charts with Ethereum.
You know what it is, Ryan? I was looking at, because obviously Bitcoin dominance kind of correlates in it with the altcoins such as ETH. So when I looked at, I'm going to show you guys Bitcoin dominance first, if you don't mind, because in my opinion, can you see my screen, guys?
Can see it.
You know, I was looking at it on the monthly time frame, and I saw something very interesting. You know, whenever I see a trend line like this, it feels like you know, when your grandma makes you food and you go to her house to eat it and you feel good.
Yeah,
that's the feeling I get when I draw a trend line like this on a chart. It tells me what direction it's going to eventually go. For some reason, I love trend lines. I see an area of supply here, okay, which hasn't been tapped. There's a big candle here that hasn't been tapped. There's a gap right above this area where we are right now that hasn't been tapped yet. There's illiquidity. If you go on the lower time frames, this area probably has some type of trend line as well. There you go. And this is liquidity right here, guys. So they leave, you know, banks and institutions, they leave these areas for us to explore. And, you know, we can find our bias by looking at these areas. This is the area of liquidity right here. And price will eventually come back up and retest that area before it makes any major moves down. If the banks and institutions are crazy enough right now, they could potentially just dump it right, because you know this candle right here, guys. This you see this bearish candle, where it is on the monthly. this is almost like a hammer, like an upside down hammer, right? And if you look at patterns, candlestick patterns, so you got this long tail and you got this candle body right there. So you got the candle body right there, and you got the wick above it. Okay, that to me shows that there's a lot of selling pressure in this area. And if I put on the volume, you can see the volume is telling you as well. The volume is telling you that there's a lot of contracts or coins being traded in this area. And what's interesting to me as well, this is a buy volume. When I see buy volume get absorbed like this, it just seems like the selling pressure is very, very strong. So we could potentially see this candle continue and break structure in this area, break this trend line and break this structure, and then go for a deep pullback, and then continue go up and then dump, or you could just dump straight and go. We can go to alt season. What this means is that this is the Bitcoin dominance chart, guys. Okay, so when you see this chart get bearish, that means money is getting drained out of Bitcoin and it's moving into alts. So once we see something like this, we want to be looking at alts in the market. One alt that has already particularly pumped is Grock. This shit is crazy, bro. Like this pump was like almost 100%. This little pump here, and it correlates with the Bitcoin dominance. Now let's look at Ethereum.
Just
Ethereum
before
also
you
pumps
jump onto Ethereum, you may want to remove your trading pairs.
Yeah, I just done that now. Ethereum is also the same. Bulls and buyers are jumping into Ethereum right now, and it correlates. The chart correlates. And if I go on the Ethereum chart on the weekly, let's see how similar it is to Bitcoin. Remember, guys, Bitcoin looked like this. Where's Bitcoin gone? I want to just compare Bitcoin to Ethereum quickly before we move on. Okay, Bitcoin on the weekly. Sorry about the drawings on the chart from previously. Bitcoin's already made the move. All right. Ethereum seems to be lagging behind, like I mentioned in the last episode. And it seems like this consolidation, we're still in this little consolidation here, and buyers are entering at the bottom of this consolidation here. So if you go on the daily, it seems like buyers have picked it up from the bottom of the consolidation. They're pushing it back up to the top, potentially to this area here. Potentially to this area right there. There's like a resistance here. There's like some sort of resistance here, okay? That price has, always tapped. So we tapped it here, we tapped it here, we tapped it here. So it's an area of interest that we could potentially go towards. If you look at the EMAs, guys, NFA, OFC, micro bulls and micro bears. If you look at them here, the EMAs, you see this purple line. Oh, let me just get rid of that. You see this purple line, guys, right there. And you see this blue line. Whenever you see these two lines get away from each other and start to move sideways in the market, that indicates to us that the selling pressure or the buying pressure has slowed down, and the market is now moving sideways. Like there's a fair value, market price is being traded in a fair value area, okay? And whenever you see a breakout like this out of this fair value, and you see that the EMAs are starting to move up and they're starting to cross, that indicates to us that this consolidation is potentially about to end soon. So we need to start observing the market to see what type of price action these guys are going to perform in the market, these market makers. So what I see right now, there's a trend line here. Price could potentially go up. As I said, I love trend line, guys. It's one of my favorite identifiers of direction in the market. That's the best way I can put it. I could see price go towards this trend line. We could potentially dump and grab liquidity from below, or we could just continue up and retest this area up here. Ka-ching. Can you play that music kind of for us? But yeah, that's what I can say about Ethereum, right now. What do you think, Ryan?
I've just seen the message that Canna Crypto wants to jump in, so I think I'll let him.
Let's do it. Jump in, bro.
Away here.
I normally say I'm going to stay on the sideline, and help you produce and let you guys have some time. But I mean, the markets have been really interesting, and I think, Amir, you're hitting it bang on. We are in this give me a sec here, consolidation period, and consolidation is a great time to accumulate, and we are in that place where we should be accumulating. And I've been mentioning that on the daily fix with the crypto KD a few times. And on my screen here, this is how I personally watch. I have the one I do like this for the actual NFA OFC, but for my trading, I always look at the total market cap. This takes one of my monitors at all times, and I have it broken down in various time frames based on how I may be trading at the time. So right now we're immediately having a little bit of a pullback on the 5-minute, which doesn't surprise me too much because we've been above the median for a while on the last 15s. But it seems to be holding this 2 point, right in here. And we were all talking about this earlier before the show together. Now, I can't tell you how long ago I drew this one line as a curve of what I thought the total market cap was going to do over these last couple of weeks. And we had a nice surprise. And I said we had a chance for a possible bottom. And then I would be looking for entries. Now, typically I take Saturdays off. So yesterday I was away. There were some good entries yesterday. And that downwards pressure in here showed it in our alts. And now they've already recovered and are back. So do I think we'll come back down here? Probably not, to be honest, is my 2 cents. I don't think we're going to see this 2.18 again, except for possibly, geopolitical events and FUD. Outside of that, as you were mentioning on our micro bear, micro bull, we're starting to be level on this here. So when we look at what's happening with the money, all the money in crypto right now, the indicators are straight. They're not curved down. And when we know they're curved down, it means they're going down. And the bigger the spread is, the more that happens. So right now we are level. And by being level, it looks to me like we're coming up to that bullish cross that we want to see. And if we get that cross, the money can come in just as fast as it did leaving. And if that happens, this is where you see those 20, 30, 40% runs in alts in a day. And I recommend take your profits. That nobody went broke from taking profit. You can chase opium and things like that. Now, in the NFA Discord and on our daily fix, we have all these trades that we're doing on the weekly. We're taking these trades knowing they're longer frame. A lot of them now have already recovered from the geopolitical events. So I think you guys are hitting it the nail on the head with where you're looking at in terms of money flow and things like that. Rye, I don't play the microcaps nearly as much as you, nor do I have my finger on the pulse, because I was looking at you talk about Grock and SHIB 1 and stuff, and those second waves that you guys are talking about, that's in 3 hours.
Yeah.
So you're in and out of those trades. I haven't had the luxury to be in that style of trading for a while lately. But I'm absolutely stoked that you guys have been nailing them and posting them in our Discord for our community. And you've been hitting it. And it is good advice. Only play with what you're willing to lose in those. I know you only play with a smaller part of your portfolio. And on the bigger trades right now, this is accumulation I believe our next 2 weeks are going to be absolutely stellar. And I'm curious to what you're all thinking. Amir, do you want the stage again with your screen? Where are you at, buddy?
Ryan, do you have anything to share? I can share more to you.
I don't. You can get it up quickly. I was just going to
I've
say
got a
thank
few
you.
charts actually. I need to show to this now.
I was just going to say thank you to all the guys that have joined. I think we've got 100 viewers right now, live watching on Twitter and YouTube and all the social media platforms. So just keep dropping your questions in the chats, and anything you've got, any chart that you want us to bring up, we can bring that up quickly for you, and we can share that. So we do have around 10 minutes left of the show. So once Amir gets these last few bits out the way, you guys can drop in anything after.
Yeah, man. Let me just quickly go back to, I know I talked about Grock hell of a lot now, but let me just quickly go back to Grock and just discuss it a little bit on what I think might happen in the future, what I think is happening right now. Let's just talk about it quickly. Let me just run through that, and then we go through the others. Do we have time? Yeah?
We do.
Okay. Where was it? It was here. Okay. So in the last week's podcast, Grock was literally in this area here. It didn't make the move yet. It was right here. And I drew this trend line right here. I drew this yellow trend line. I was like, Grock is just bouncing off a trend line. Okay, if I spin my chart the other way around, oh my god, I can't remember what it was. I forgot. I was gonna do something, but forget it. It was silly. So what I see here is Grock. I was like, this has to eventually come up and break out, and I didn't expect the breakout to be this aggressive, guys. Honestly, I did not expected it to be this aggressive, and I was very surprised. And here we are right now. Right now, it seems like Grock has broken out of that trend line, and the micro bears and micro bulls, those EMAs that me and Kenna mentioned, are starting to come out of this sideways movement, like parallel movement, and they're starting to squeeze together. Okay, so these EMAs are starting to squeeze together, and they indicate to us that a potential run might be on the horizon for Grock. Okay, and we got a nice pullback as well for so people are just selling their profits here, so it could be a good opportunity to jump in. No financial advice, but it could be a good opportunity to potentially jump on board, jump on ship. And Elon is also tweeting about Grock like crazy, and I think that was the product of his tweet. So yeah, I'll leave that to you guys to research. The next coin that I TA'd in the last podcast was the H-bar, and I was telling everyone, okay, H-bar, guys, is coming out of this range right here. Okay, there was a range here, so it broke out. So price broke out to that range, and I was like, okay, price was literally in this area. Okay, price was literally here when we did the TA on Grock last week. Okay, price was down here, and I was like, Ryan, if price maintains this level where we are right now, we could potentially see price start going back up and reaching this area of support and resistance, which was that I said 19 cents in the last podcast. I said 19 cents and 27 cents because of these equal highs up here. So I saw these equal highs as well. I was like, okay, the first level that this price could target is this level, and then second level, if it continues, is this level here. All right, and what happened was price went on a crazy rally. Okay, boom. And it got very close to that 19-cent area, but there was a lot of selling pressure in this area for some reason. I think this was the product of a tweet about H-bar. If I'm not wrong, Ryan, H-bar and BlackRock, right?
Yeah, there was a thing about BlackRock that came up. I don't know, because we work on different time frames. I don't know if you know that H-bar was in our trading series for the daily fix, and our bottom entry was 0.0769.
Beautiful. That's what I'm talking about. That's literally the bottom, man. Professional bottom player, man. Yeah, but yeah, man, that's amazing. Yeah, as you heard, guys, Kana actually posted a very good entry for H-bar. and you could have taken advantage if you were in our Discord and if you watched some of our videos. So that's pretty awesome. And if you go on the lower time frame, guys, you see that H-bar right now is just pulling back. It's going to some sort of discount from the breakout that it recently had. So the breakout of this move started from this area. So if I draw a Fibonacci, okay, right there from here to here, Fibonacci is a great tool that I use to find discounted areas sometimes. You know, I just use it. It's in my tool belt. You know, I love using it. I always use it. And between the 38 and the 23, I would consider that as a very good discounted area to potentially, if you miss this run, potentially jump in and ride the wave. You know, it could be a good opportunity. So I'm looking at this area where it is right now. This is an area where there's going to be a lot of volume as well. Okay, this area, you will see a lot of volume, a lot of coins being traded in this area. So I'll be keeping an eye out. And right now, it's not for me. If I want to be a sniper right now, I'm going to be waiting for this, because as you can see, the EMAs right now are facing down. There's no certainty here to, like, I don't see anything here for me to enter. I don't see any opportunities right now. You know, price action wise, it's too immature for me. I want it to mature up. I want this chart to mature up a little bit. And the next asset that I'm going to be showing you guys is Jasmi, which I did a TA on last week as well. There it is.
You have been nailing this coin, Amir. Sorry to interrupt you, but you're the one who introduced me to Jasmi, Sony exec that started this AI. We've had a few calls in the Discord with you and I that have both been money. Absolutely love this token. I highly agree. I think it's undervalued at the moment.
I heard about Jasmi when I was it was in the last cycle. I heard about it because I was looking at different blockchains, and one of the ones that attracted my eyes was Jasmi, and because it was Asian as well, I had the Asian community. And when I went to London to meet one of my mates, he was talking about Jasmi as well. I was like, okay, it's been so people have heard about Jasmi. Okay, that's interesting. And to be fair, I did have a little bit of a gap. You know, I didn't look at Jasmi a lot, but I just came back to it recently, and I was like, whoa, this price action is beautiful. You know, something's happening, something's brewing with this coin. So I was like, okay, let's go deeper into it and potentially trade it. And I was swing trading this asset recently, and every move that this asset makes on the lower time frames, I was trying Ryan last week. Like every swing that you see here in the market, let me get my ruler out. For example, this swing here up that took like 8 hours, that gives you 22%. But you know, this swing here, for example, that takes, I don't know, less than 6 hours, 4 hours, that gives you 8%. You know, those are really good gains if you compound your profits. And in the last podcast, I also mentioned that price is jumping off a trend line. And I was like, this coin is not mature enough to continue up. It has to go back to the trend line. So when we did it, when we analyzed this chart, price was here around this area, I think. And I was like, okay, I see a trend line here. Price needs to get attracted back to this trend line again to grab some sort of liquidity down here, so it can have more force and it can have more power to continue higher. That's what I thought. And it seems like that scenario is kind of playing out right now. It's going back to that trend line, and price is just hovering above that trend line. And this is the area I want to avoid trading right now, man. I want to see what type of move these banks and institutions or whoever's pumping money into this coin they want to do. I want to see what I want to play. I want to let them play first. I want to be patient and observe the market. I want to see what they do, and then start, you know, looking for new ideas, new biases in the market. So that's for me right there. I'm waiting on this asset right now. It's going to take, like you said, Kana, it might take a couple of weeks. I think it's very close. You're right. We are very close to see some type of action in this market. But yeah, if there's any other requests, guys, I can take the TAs. You know, that's all I got at the moment. If you guys got any requests, I can go through other tokens as well if you want through this on this list. I got Gala, I got Rune, and to be fair, there are
give me Gala. And I mean, we still have people watching. We're at 122 viewers now. Sunday seems to be a popular time to have you. So literally everybody, if you want to see either Amir, myself, or Ryan mark up something or give our opinion, just drop us a chat either in the Discord or on YouTube or on Twitter where we're streaming. And if we continue to still have flow, I'll jump into the daily fixed trades for those that may or may not have been aware of the trade series that we're doing there, that are 100% posted live in our Discord as well. The Crypto Katie says,
Gala. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go, man. Let's go. So, guys, we got Gala right now, and kind of Ryan, look at this. If you calculate from where we are right now, so we are at 47 0.4 cents, right? We're at 4 cents right now. Okay, if we draw our ruler to the top where it was, that's a 1,747% return, guys, and that is not unusual in crypto. We've seen coins before break all-time highs, and we're still very early in crypto as well. Some people are predicting 100 trillion within the next decade. Trillion market cap, 100 trillion market cap. Crypto right now is 2 trillion. So that's like a 50x. So I wouldn't be surprised that these assets could pull something like that off in the market. And if I zoom closer on the weekly and the daily, let's go on the daily. All right, let me just reset my chart.
Well, you're setting that up to put something in perspective. What you just said there, Amir, on the total value of the market cap and where we think it's going, all of the money in crypto, the total market cap of crypto, is the equivalent to some companies on the S&P 500. One company. We're talking all of crypto has that much money of one. So once more money starts flowing in, and I believe we'll be at that $3.5 trillion market cap soon, look out. This is the accumulation phase. I love Gala. Can't wait to hear what you have to say.
Bro, I agree with you, man. When you put that into very good perspective, like the way you said it, man, it just makes you think that how small crypto is right now. Like, it's ridiculous.
So small. It's
very
ridiculous.
small, man. Like,
it is.
It wouldn't require that much money, to make the space go parabolic. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So if you go on the weekly, guys, let's get closer to where we are right now. Okay, we are very close to the bottom of this chart. So we're not at the top, we're at the bottom of this chart. So that means that price right now is sitting at some sort of discount to potentially go higher in the future. Okay, so let's see where we are right now. Right now, it seems like Gala has broken out of some sort of consolidation in this area, or it is still in consolidation. We don't know that. Price came above this area and closed above it, and now it seems like we are entering some type of pullback or discounted area from this move. So if I draw remember my Fibonacci tool, guys, I'm gonna go on the daily to make it even more accurate. Now the weekly actually looked a little bit better. I like the weekly better. All right, if I draw my Fibonacci tool from where the pump started so basically this price started pumping from this area, and then it started to break out very aggressively. That's an area of demand right here for me. This area is the area of demand. That's where the buying pressure started. So the buyers came into the market. So that's where I'm going to be drawing my Fibonacci tool from. So I'm going to draw it from the bottom of that candle to the top of this candle where the move ended. Okay, so the move ended around the 8 cent area, 8.6 cent area. Okay, now our golden zone is indicating to us that this is an area of discount according to Fibonacci, and the charts have some type of Fibonacci. I don't know. They do use some type of Fibonacci, in how they move, So if I draw my box here, that's the area of discount. I can get rid of my Fibonacci now. Okay, price is sitting at a discounted area, guys, according to Fibonacci. Okay, so price is sitting right now at the 4.6 area. Now we want to get even better discounts, right? Let's go closer. Let's go closer and look what's happening in the chart, price action wise. So this is our pullback right here. Okay, price has pulled back. Okay, let me get my pen out. It left a lot of gap here in this area. There's gaps in this area at, let's say 5.4. Okay, and then price, this is an area of supply. I would say this is an area of supply where price previously broke out of in the pullback. We're looking at the pullback here, guys. Okay, this is a very small structure. This is internal structure. Okay, the move. So when we had the buying and where it ended, that was the major structure. Okay, that was the external structure. This is the internal structure of that move. We are in the pullback. Okay, and what's happening here? We saw price break down and go make an aggressive move to the downside. Left a lot of liquidity in this area. That liquidity got hunted by this bullish move to the upside, and now we built a lot of liquidity going down. We built there's a trend line here in this area. Okay, and this area just got fully liquid. So the buyers that bought here, they were the early buyers. So these guys, they thought that the pullback's going to end in this area. They were the first buyers here. There was a lot of leverage buying in this area. There was a lot of stop losses here below this area, and those stop losses got tapped out by this move down. So there was a lot of stop losses below this area, liquidity. That area got liquidated. Boom. Once that area got liquidated, buyers came in. If I put on the volume chart, I would presume there's a lot of volume in this area. There is. So let me go small. There's a lot of volume in this area. There's a lot of buy volume, not sell volume, buy volume. There's serious buyers in this area. And then they push price up a little bit. They came for a range. They pushed price higher very aggressively. They went for a pullback and then pushed price up. And with the trend line, we're still in the consolidation, guys. We are still in some sort of consolidation here. We are still in a consolidation in this area. So price could potentially, because there's a trend line here, price could potentially break out of the trend line, give us another discount, and then continue up. Or it could go even lower. If a market crash happens, aggressive one, then it could potentially just crash down. You know, we don't know that. And then we could catch another. So we got another opportunity to potentially buy here before it makes a move up. I don't think it's going to move up from here. It's too early for me. There's not a lot of liquidity to push price down, but anything is possible. To no financial advice, anything is possible.
Of course.
We could potentially see a move up to break it out of this area, and the area that I could see get retested after the breakout could potentially be this gap here, and this liquidity. We could potentially go to the 14-cent area. Oh, what happened to my laptop? But yeah, that's all I have to say. To be fair, right, guys? Ryan, you got something to say?
Your laptop's on fire right now. You've just broken the matrix. So
did someone hack me from the chat?
Yeah, they shut you down, Amy. You're talking too much truth. Your laptop's on fire.
But yeah,
but that was great. I just want to say thank you, guys. I think we got 132 viewers live right now for Crypto Junkies. Kana, I don't know if you want to take it away with some of your trades, or should we leave them for another time? It's up to you.
I'll go into them. If you have to run, you can feel free to dart. I'll drop a few because we teased. That won't take too long. We have a few that we've been following, so if any of the viewers are here, they can get caught up for sure and look what's going on. So, do you want me to just jump into it?
Yeah, that's fine. I think we'll probably just wrap up Crypto Junkies for now from myself and Amir's side. Amir, do you want to have anything to say to the viewers and everyone that's listening right now? You said you was going to talk to the future, and you talked to the future.
What I'm going to say is, guys, happiness is a state of mind, man. If you want to become happy, you have to fix up what's up there, man. Like nothing's going to give you happiness in life unless you're not right up there, man. So fix that first, and then you realize how powerful your mind is, man. You know.
Damn.
Wow. That was a mic drop.
I mean, like, how do you follow with that?
That was a
Love
mic
it.
drop.
You guys rock. Crypto Junkies, Amir and Ryan, some of our stellar mods in NFA, OFC, not financial advice, of course. They're coming at you live every Sunday to give you their opinions on the market, and they've been killing it. You guys rock.
Thank you for giving us this opportunity, man. We're very glad to be here.
All right, I'm going to see how fast I can pound through a ton of trades here that are live, and then I can call it a day. All right.
Kind of just from our side, do we need to leave our StreamYard on if If we just
Yeah,
disappear.
just so it'll fully upload. Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, so if we just leave, we're able to it would just leave it on straight away.
Yeah, you can leave it alone. Put you on mute so we don't have to hear
What's
you know,
happening?
the toilet
Okay.
flushes and all that you're doing in the background.
Dope.
Awesome. Have a good day, gentlemen, or evening in your neck of the woods. All right, where are we? What's going on in the trades that we're doing with your daily fix NFA OFC? So we've been very transparent in our Discord. We sold a great top, got out with some cash on the sidelines, found some great entries literally about the day before geopolitical events, our black swan, and then the market crashed. So it was a great example if you're new to trading on how do you recover from a said situation. How do you respond? Part of the strategy. And the first part of strategy is you are, as everybody always says, only ever play with what you can afford to lose. But the other part of that is never be all in. You always want to have cash on the sidelines because black swans happen. Market manipulation happens. It only takes a tweet from Elon, China, a major corporation, and it can have a dramatic effect on the total market cap of crypto, which when that happens affects our cryptos. So we got some beautiful belly entries that we like to do on our micro bear, micro bull indicator. And then the black swan happened. And then we found another nice belly entered. And then round 2 of bombs happened. And then we've stabilized. So right now we'll see how some of these trades have reacted over time and where are they heading and how have they been going. So on the weekly, all of these trades were picked because we're trying to figure out, finalize this cup and handle formation. We have beautiful tokens with great projects and great teams, and not everything in crypto pumps at once. So we're looking for those different, opportunities where we're trying to find that cup and handle to where it starts to relaunch. And we're going to have take profits here, take profits here, and take profits here with these trades. So that is the goal with all of these. And a lot of these ones are in similar patterns as to that. So now also with the strategy is, as posted in our Discord, we've entered these bottom trades with the same capital as the top trades. So we were able to buy down here at obviously a discount more tokens. And the rationale behind that is because as soon as the opinion, the market and everything turns around, you're in profit. So 1 inch anywhere in this 4-hour consolidation box in here, you'll probably get a good entry. You'll probably get wicks down into this lower part in here. So your 0.4247 all the way up to 0.4326, you'll probably catch a wick somewhere in these lines to take to these longer returns. We always say you're never going to time the bottom, you're never going to time the top. These trades that we're showing you now, we're intending these to last a few weeks to a couple of months. And in that time, we should be able to see some nice 40, 50, 70, 80% returns playing on smarter tokens. I tend to not trade the micros as much and try to trade the better projects out there. Because worst case scenario, if anything does happen like a black swan or an event, you can just wait it out with patience and time. It's not like a shit token that goes to the bottom and it's done. These things like Amir was just talking about Gala. I've been preaching Gala for years, in and out of Gala pretty much since its inception, and love that token as well. And what do we get? And we're going to see a lot of the tokens we look at that are in this consolidation phase right now. The market is chop. It's moving sideways. Everything right now is virtually following Bitcoin because we're still in a Bitcoin cycle. We have not had an alt run. If you're listening to anybody that's saying, oh, it's an alt run cycle, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. We have not had an alt run cycle yet. The primary focus is on Bitcoin. And until that Bitcoin shifts to alt runs, we haven't seen gains. Yeah, we have. I mean, we've been doing the hunt since early January, and some of our returns have been multiple 100%. That ain't nothing to what's coming this year when we get our alt run. Not financial advice, of course. So a lot of these tokens are going to be in this kind of a setup where there is this sideways consolidation. Sideways consolidation builds pressure. And if we just do a quick couple of trend lines, we can see a lot of these bullish wedge patterns. And this is just quick and dirty. And we're on the 4 hour. I try to keep all my trend lines and TA on the same time frames as to where I'm marking it. You know, there's a lot of stuff right now that is in retest territory. Lots of pressure. We know pressure leads to one of three things. It's either going to continue to consolidate in this box, or it's going to rip up, or it's going to rip down. If it's going to rip up, most likely it's going to go to its weekly consolidation resistance. If it's going to rip down, most likely it's going to go to its weekly support. So now we take the market sentiment and our indicators into factor to determine, is it going to go up, down, or consolidate? I've said it a million times in here. We are in an accumulation phase. This is where you want to just keep buying the tokens that you're interested in, that you have belief in, because all of this will be moot in a few months and we'll be back higher. People will tell you that have been following me for ages. I've been saying we've been in a bull run for 2 years. Higher highs is all the bull run is, with higher lows. It doesn't tell you how fast or how much. But when we look at Bitcoin, we've been making higher highs since here. So if you got into alts back here and were following me then, you've been crushing it. You know, now on Bitcoin, we're having this area, this box of consolidation. I said on last week's show, there's a good possibility we could have a double bottom with Bitcoin here. There is no reason Bitcoin won't come back down to these levels. Actually, hold on. You know, right? That's a terrible drawing, my bad. But it was more for point, right? Like we could easily have a technical double bottom here and go right back down. And I said, I've been watching to see if this happens, because if we do, we're going to get another round of great entries. But when we look on our 4 hour, we're seeing compression. So when we were talking about a possible double bottom, we didn't have this belly yet. We still had straight down on our micro bull, micro bear indicator. Right. So when we were talking about that possible double bottom, it still looked like pain. But what we've done is we were able to get that curve, and now we're trying to level off. And what we need is that to turn that way to get the micro bullish cross to give us confirmation that price is moving to the upside. Don't have it, but we're those few steps closer, which is bullish. So 1 inch looking good. We're already in profit. Buy a red candle if you're looking to get in. That's true of L. And we'll see how some of these, you know, reacted better to pre-geopolitical events bombing, second bombing. And we can see we probably did that on the daily. We were looking for our micro bear, our micro bullet to curve here. And it did. And it's been holding these bottom price points that we discussed. Now we want it to rip off in the upwards direction. How aggressive? We don't know. We'll just have to watch. But most likely what will happen is it's going to stop at these levels of resistance along the way. But this is also crypto. As fast as these red candles can come, so can the green. So standing on the sidelines, always waiting for a perfect entry, you might just get stuck on the side forever. You know, it's one of those things where I said, you're not going to time the bottom. You're not going to time the top perfect. You're just not. Get over it. But if you got in roughly current price to our handle resistance, you know, it's 118%. And it's already starting to make movements to the upside, as on the 4-hour, we just got our bullish cross. And what we did that shows strength, and we've talked about this before too, is what we've done here is in this micro bear right here. Here's our cross. Here's our cross. And here's this micro bear, right? And now that cross obviously was a lot sooner. But what did we do? We made a higher low. That's bullish. That's what we need to do every time. We need to go up, step back. Retracements are healthy. Go up, step back. Now, if you have all the time in the world, sell these. Sell the curves on the top. Get out somewhere in here and then buy again in the bottom, the curves of the bottom, and then do it again. Right? That's swing trading on the short term. Now, I haven't been doing that because we didn't set these trades up for that, but that's normally how I trade. So Aave looking decent. Algorand has been a nice turnaround already in profits from our bottom entries from the recovery of the geopolitical events. You know, now we're consolidating. Same thing. Look at this pattern here. Right? Up, ting, 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 ting. Retest and off. It's a bullish wedge every day. You know, you haven't missed out. Buy the next red. Look at the belly of the bear right there. We're looking for that micro bull switch. Beautiful. Playing out perfectly, already in profit from a recovery of, you know, geopolitical trauma. Avalanche. We've been saying we just don't know what happens if it's going to get back down to this level. It did again, starting to curl here. We were hoping to get this curl a lot earlier, but you can see the pattern still played. Right? We wanted it there. I'm going to revert it all the way back anyways, but there it is. It did not hold that line. Oops. Right? So it's still playing out. The similar has to do the bellies and the stats. It just came lower than we thought. And there's so much good built on Avalanche that this is discount. I wouldn't buy right now. Wait for your next red candle because it'll probably still pull back down into this region in here a little bit and then off. But this is one that out of all of them has been a little disappointing. But I'm still very bullish on long term. But there will probably be a little bit of pullback on Avalanche in the next little bit. Cello's been one we've made a lot of money on this year. And we said same thing that we just talked about. We needed a higher low here in this micro bear than we did here. And we got it. Because the other option we said is it could cut them all the way right back down again to these levels. It didn't. Nor did it come back down to these levels. Wix did very briefly in body, sure, but not for long before it took off. It followed our first option that we wanted, which is perfect. I'm going to leave a lot of this set because we're probably going to go over it tomorrow night on our midnight episode for Midnight Mondays. Dot responding well as well. Definitely was worried that Polkadot might actually come back into these levels. Didn't. It did hold this area that we thought with this before, and now it's starting to turn, starting to tighten, looking for that bullish micro bull cross to go up to these levels. So even just to its most recent high, which was, 5-6 days ago, that's 10.5% just from where its current price is now. So, and again, Polkadot, so bullish. This is a great entry for Polkadot. Phantom starting to respond. I was also wondering what the heck was going on with these. What it did is it gave some people some great entries, which was our lower entries that we gave prior. Already recovered. Same thing, just looking like it wants to get that cross and run. I still would expect a little bit of pullback. Remember, after every bullish cross, there's always retracement. So if you feel like you've missed something out or you're waiting to get in and you want more of that security and you want to wait for the bullish cross, you can, but always just wait for the next red. There's a bullish cross. Red, boom, look how much it pulled down. I always try to buy the bellies. I try to get in down here to get up at the belly of the bullish cross. Buy that belly of the bear, sell the belly of the belly of the bull. And you'll do much better. And then all those little tiny percentages add up. So Phantom starting to recover nicely. Looks like it's holding this area. Looks like it's going for the bullish cross. Interesting that it just kept hitting our daily trend line on the way down. Look at that retest on that parallel channel. Just hit, hit, hit. When this breaks and reconfirms, it's going to rocket. Not financial advice. Fetch finally again started to recover from our bottom entry positions. Look at that belly, same thing coming in. Lots of explosive up in the last 8 hours. Last 8 hours alone, 5.68. Probably get the cross, probably bounce back a bit. It makes sense. So don't FOMO, buy reds. Things are looking good. Filecoin, very similar position. Slight profits now from grabbing all those downs from geopolitical. Amir went into HBAR. I've been a fan of HBAR since I've been trading. I believe there is a lot of potential. And we can see our cup and handle position on HBAR, it's probably going to do something like that, pull back down to this weekly support, have its resistance here. To put that in perspective, current price, quick and dirty, to the top 129, to the weekly 80. And then if it ever does go into these levels, which I'd be shocked, but not overly surprised, 295. So looking healthy, doing well. And even though the news with HBAR and BlackRock turned out to be misskewed, wasn't fully all the real data out there, it still held its game. It pulled back for sure, but it didn't go all the way back to where it was. Bullish. Chainlink, so lackluster this year. this would have been a great TP. We actually caught it on our show on the Daily Fix, and we said, hey, if you want to take profit here, nobody would fault you. You have an exit according to Bollinger, green out, a red in. You had an exit according to Stochastic. We were hoping to confirm this level here as being held, the 14.57. It clearly broke and wasn't able to hold that, and now it's at that 14.003 that it needs to hold, which is just slightly above, till we see again towards the upside. All of these trades, if you're just tuning in, we entered just before we got in them here on the micro belly of the bear here, which is typically how I like to hunt entries. And then geopolitical events and war happened, and now we're just trying to recoup and turn these into profits, and we're very slight at the moment. We're buying in. Chainlink for me is also a long hold. You should have Link in your wallet. Telos has probably performed better than any other. We said we gave it 3 options for this cross coming. We've had nice gain. We said it really needed to hold here. Look where it held over this weekend. We said it had all the possibility of coming down to here and then consolidating here. I don't know, but it came here and is consolidating here following this trajectory. Telos has been awesome. It's been showing lots of strength, and it might be one of those ones where I end up adding more on this belly to go to our next, because it has been responding better than any other. And we have now the teacup and handle formation with the pullback. And this here is a very much bullish pattern, and it's now complete in this pattern and wants to go to the upside. So even from current price to its localized high is 40%, to get up to the top of there, 150 in the bottom of there, which is very close to the localized is 80. So bullish still on Telos. It's been outperforming most of these trades at the moment. And then SNX finally as well, starting to be turned around from this entry here, which we thought we might get with this double bottom. Look how much that planned out. Thought it might take a little longer to do it, but it's already recovering micro bull. But we did get the double bottom that I was talking about. You could have put an entry in there from the last show and hit it if you didn't grab our bottom entry from these 3. So I hope that helps. There's 173 of you. Clearly Sundays is a day to say hello. Tomorrow night, we will be having your Daily Fix midnight PST, and it's where we go over the total market cap, the money flow cycle. As the Crypto Katie says, follow the money flow so you can make better financial decisions. And what that means is if you follow the money and you trade within it, you typically preserve your capital. And that's how I tend to trade and use our indicators. So I hope that was a helpful afternoon. I hope that you have a chance to touch some grass, smoke some grass, whatever it is you need to do. And hopefully we see you next Sunday for Crypto Junkies with Amir and Ryan. And Monday to Friday, NFA OFC is also bringing you the Daily Fix at 7 p.m. PST, where we go over all those trades that we just did, any questions from the Discord, and any possible new trades that we're looking out for. Happy Sunday, everybody.